Welcome back to the Halloween edition of Hold That Thought, where even if your bag is full of rocks, you'll get some candy in the form of sports knowledge. In the NFL, some of the most terrifying players come on the defensive side of the ball, whether they're freakish abilities or actions on the field. But who is the scariest? Noah, we'll start with you.
Clearly, Ray Lewis.
Nikita?
There's one right answer here. It's the best defensive player of all time, Lawrence Taylor.
Andrew?
All right, you guys picked some pretty awesome talents. I'm not going to deny that. But I have to go with Vontaze Burfict because you know what's scarier than a really, really good defensive player? A guy who can knock you out with one hit. He single-handedly ended Antonio Brown as we know it with that one hit. He drove him into madness. Antonio Brown has not been the same since that Burfict hit, and that is only one example. 14 different hits that he was suspended a total of 22 games for. This guy, you call him a vampire because he is out for blood.
You obviously don't understand this question. Once again, the tribe has spoken. You have been eliminated. Vontaze Burfict played 79 of the games in his career. If your main point is that he ended one of the greatest wide receivers' career of all time, go ahead, keep saying that. That is extremely stupid. Let's talk about Ray Lewis, though, because he scared everyone on the football team when it came to pass coverage or pass rush. Meanwhile, I don't want to disrespect Lawrence Taylor, but only he was pass rushing. Nobody else was scared of him on the field. And let's talk about the offensive line during the days when he was playing in the 80s. They were 270 pounds. When Ray Lewis was playing, 310 pounds. That is a big difference. And Ray Lewis was doing everything. He's the only player in NFL history with 40 sacks, 30 interceptions, and 20 fumble recoveries.
Okay.
Come on now.
Lawrence Taylor, again, I said it before, he's the greatest defensive player of all time. And for you to sit here and disrespect him is unbelievable. Lawrence Taylor, as described by his teammates, was a homicidal maniac on the field. That sounds pretty terrifying to me. Let's go more into him. Lawrence Taylor changed the way that football was played. You talk about the 270-pound lineman. That changed because of Lawrence Taylor. The left tackle is the highest. Noah, let me finish here. You've had enough. You talked long enough. Lawrence Taylor.
Okay, Ronald.
Left tackles are the highest paid offensive linemen on the field because of Lawrence Taylor. And don't just take my words for it. Take it from NFL Hall of Famers. John Elway said, everything you did on offense was predicated to where he was and what he was doing. Teams were so afraid of him that they had to figure out and worry about him on every single play. Okay. You talk about just pass rushing. Andrew, please let me finish. I'll let you get your point. You talk about just pass rushing. Pass rushers are the highest paid players on the defense. There's a reason they make the biggest impact. What do you mean just pass rushing? Do you watch football?
Okay, real cute Shrek and Fiona hyping up your players. It's not about how good the players are. And look, both your players, maybe they scared the players on the other team, but you know Vontaze Burfict also scared the players on his own team. Carlos Dunlap was mentioning how Antonio Brown was never the same after the hit. Burfict said the Raiders were the first time that he had a team where everyone gets along. Clearly, even some Bengals players were having issues with what Vontaze Burfict was doing to guys on the field. And his career was ended because nobody thought it was okay what he was doing. He scared everybody. He scared owners. He scared the commissioner. He scared everybody around it.
Welcome back to Cities of Champions. I'm Andrew Roberts, still here with Ryan Collins and Connor Smith. And we're going to wrap up our show with some NFL talk. But let's start off here with the Patriots because I want to give a shout out here to Drake May. He has been unbelievable this season, and I think he is setting himself up for an MVP campaign this season. I'm dead serious. He is having an incredible season all around. He is 8th in passing yards. He is 9th in passing touchdowns. He is number 1 in the league in completion percentage, 2nd in yards per attempt, 1st in passer rating, and he's doing a lot in the run game, 5th in quarterback rushing yards, and has a pair of rushing touchdowns. He's just doing it all.
I don't think he's going to be winning MVP this year, Andrew. I hate to break it to you.
I don't necessarily think he's going to win, but I think at this point he at least deserves to be in the conversation. So far this season, Drake May has been one of the best quarterbacks in football. He's completing 75% of his passes. He had the same number of incompletions last week as he had touchdowns. Just let that sink in for a second.
Yeah.
2 incompletions,
Wait.
2 touchdowns.
You're telling me offenses are allowed to score touchdowns? Like, touchdowns, plural.
Yes, touchdowns. There were 2 touchdowns, and that's not even the only touchdowns the Pats offense scored. They had a touchdown from Ramondre Stevenson, and a defensive touchdown to add to it. Chase on with the fumble recovery. scoring a touchdown as well. So there were 4 touchdowns for the
That's
Patriots
mind-boggling
last week.
to me. 4 touchdowns in a game.
31 points. It was just an unbelievable game all around.
Poor Ryan. He doesn't get to see the 30-point mark, except for week 1.
I thought we were like
Except for
capped
week
at
1.
like 9.
Yeah, hey,
What is this, baseball?
Week 1 against the Steelers was the only time the Jets scored 30 points this year,
my goodness.
unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I'll give Drake May his flowers, but it's just very funny to me because just being like, you know, a primarily Boston sports fan, of course, except for the Patriots, I am on, you know, Boston sports social media and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff.
So you hear a lot about Drake May.
There is so much Drake May praise, and so like it's
nationwide
very
at this
funny.
point.
No, it's super funny. But there's going to be a point where I get sick of it. And I'm not sick of it yet, so I think it's very funny. And while Drake May is still not like one of the best quarterbacks in football, it's still very funny. But if he does elevate and take that next step and continue playing like he has been right now, then it's going to start to get
think
annoying.
if he finishes the season the way he's played so far, I'd be confident calling him a top 10 quarterback in football.
I would argue right now he is a fringe top 15 quarterback.
Yes.
But by the end of the season, he could very well be out of the fringe spot and be a top 10 quarterback and move up in that world.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Drake May has looked really good. I think that it's also kind of a combination with the fact that the Pats have had such an easy schedule. It's not like he's really facing these really tough defenses and teams. The toughest team that they've beat so far is probably the Bills, and their defense is awful. So, like, it's not a big surprise for me to see Drake May go out and succeed. But at the end of the day, it's not like Drake May can choose who the Patriots end up playing for the season. They just have to roll with it, and he's doing he's doing his job right now. He's had a really good season.
You mentioned that the Patriots haven't played any of the best teams, and you're
best
right.
Defenses.
And
yes.
I'm just gonna go with the best teams for a second.
Yeah.
And you're right because they haven't played the Jets yet, guys.
Oh God. Oh
but
boy.
what I see out of Drake May, I think he's taken that step up this year that you saw in year 2 or 3 out of Josh Allen, out of Jalen Hurts. They were both okay quarterbacks to start their career, but then they took that step and joined the top 10 conversation. Josh Allen really into the elite conversation. I think Drake May takes it even another level in year 3. This year, I do see the Pats making a playoff berth, but if you want to really compete
for a Super Bowl, I think that's a next year situation.
I actually agree with that statement. I think the Patriots are probably making the playoffs come season's end. I think you get that last wild card spot. I think you're a first-round exit, but I think you get that last wildcard spot.
Yeah, it's very similar to the way that the 2021 Patriots were with Mac Jones and Mac Jones' rookie year. It's like
didn't really work out for Mac.
Of course.
May looks better.
I think May's a better quarterback.
It's the same story, though, and it's the fact that the Patriots are playing good football. They're beating the teams that they should be. They've got, a new coach. They've got a new quarterback that's like really, getting his first year in the system, the
with
first
Josh
full year.
McDaniels as OC.
Josh McDaniels
Shout out Josh
again.
McDaniels, by the way. I think he deserves more credit for the Brady Belichick dynasty. I think it was a lot of him with that Patriot offense, but overall, I feel like I had to kind of convince myself when the Pats were doing well with Mac Jones that Mac was a good quarterback. He didn't aesthetically look good at quarterback. Drake May already looks so good at quarterback, so I don't want to be.
I think this is just
I don't
more
want to be drawing
I think this is
comparisons
just
to Mac
more
Jones.
Drake May glaze right now.
Let's head over to the real QBs of the NFL.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.